And welcome back to Let's Play Omori. Last time we reached the Sprout Mo colony after defeating a boss and then defeated a bonus boss, and then we just messed around a bit. This time we're gonna go see a show. Yes, please, let's go watch this show so we don't have to deal with me tripping over my own words. Well, it just so happens we have show tickets for it. Front row, as a matter of fact. Oh, Aubrey. It's not going to be anywhere near as interesting as that. But who am I to rain on her parade? Well, we did get here, and we do have tickets. Who knows, maybe Basil's in the crowd. That's a bit of a reach, I realize. And once again, Omori has all sense of agency robbed from him, and Aubrey just takes the tickets out of his pockets. Yes, they were paid for with the lives of innocents. This guy is easily swayed to change his mind. Well, I guess we're going in now. It's a fancy door they got. And quite the crowd, it sounds like. Quite the crowd it looks like. Sensing a theme in the attendees of this show. A lot of the people have various things here to say about Sweetheart, but none of them are terribly interesting, so let's just get to our seats. Alright, let's take a seat. Let's go. Alright, so what's this show about? Looks like some kind of floor show. Got a audition going on? A talent show, maybe? A stage play? Sounds more like a televised event, although it does not look like they're recording anything. Tragedy. Life cut short. Yeah, this guy looks kind of familiar. Probably just imagining it. May he rest in peace. Alright, let's get on with the show. Alright, so what do we got here? Fancy little marquee they got up there. Oh, is this some kind of dating show? Sounds like it. Only 3 feet tall? Might not be tall enough for someone with high standards. Ah, so this is the guy who owns the flamingos. Ooh, 3 feet 1 inch? Now this guy's got an advantage in the height department. And he's athletic. And look at that, he's enthusiastic about his chores. I'm feeling pretty good about contestant number 2, honestly. A bit more sold on him. Hey, it's Snaily! I love that guy. Alright. Well, we gotta throw our hat in for Snaily. Aw, nobody's applauding for him? Well, here, I'll do it for him. There we go. She truly has the most pulchritudinous face. Can't believe I remembered how to say that off the top of my head. Sweet hit? Snaily! Snaily? No! Why must they always die so young? Yeah. Are we gonna see what happens? Perhaps we were hoping for too much that the Sprout Moles would resolve this themselves. Alright, so, to restore the power, if you try going backstage, the Sprout Moles just stop you, nothing's back there. Instead, we actually have to go back into the colony. Gotta say, it's rather impressive that they've got an electrical system set up in this dank underground area. Anyway, to get to where we need to go, just gotta take this ladder down here. And what we're looking for was actually by that row of treadmills we saw in the last episode. So let's just head this way. Are they trying to use foot power to repower the area? Well, while they do that... Aha! Looks like we have a loose cable here. And with that done, we have restored power to everything. You may notice there's a new set of treadmills here. You guys didn't do anything. Anyway, let's do some working out. Rather ironic that we get to this on the day that I actually take a break from exercising. Oh, Hero, I can see you lagging a little bit there. By comparison, Kel is moving very fast. Unfortunately, Hero cannot keep up the pace, and he'll just be catching his breath there for as long as we want him to. But we don't want to let him do that for too long. We've got stuff to do, more cutscenes to watch, and then a dungeon to get to. And the dungeon for this day is quite the long one, so strap in, folks. We're gonna have a lot to do. Probably gonna take a few videos to get through it also. Almost went the wrong way there. Man, I wonder what this guy's deal is. Yeah, probably nothing important. Alright, let's get back with the show. Let's see, this mustachioed mole, something about him looks familiar. Yeah, probably all in my imagination. Now, what could they want with Hero? And once again, Hero can just not say no. I have a feeling I know what's about to happen with Hero, but I guess we'll just have to see. Anyways, we got a show to watch. Let's get back to that. I could probably get this done faster by examining the front one, but I always just go all the way down the row for some reason. Alright, so it looks like, well, I think we're short a person, because one of them got vaporized. Poor Snaily. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him. You got that right, buddy. Not even a moment of silence for him? Well, I guess he's not as much of a cultural icon to the Sprout Mole Village. Alright, let's get this show back on the road. Oh, well, looks like Hero got roped into this event. He's a hunk standing at relatively average height. I like how he says mild personality. She emits beauty. She exudes grace. She truly has the most pulchritudinous face. Now, to meet a character who's had a slight presence throughout the game, but we finally get to see her in the flesh. It's Sweetheart. And she does that laugh a lot, so get used to it. Seems to have the people here eating out of the palm of her hand. She even admonishes them directly. Somehow I kinda doubt it. Well, that solely sounds reasonable to me. You know, what I like about Sprout Mole number 1 is that he speaks with absolute conviction. Haha, I called it. Oh, that's harsh. Well, who'll take care of his flamingos? Well, goodbye, contestant 1. Alright, let's see if contestant 2 can field this one a bit better. There's no right or wrong answer, but if you give her an answer she does not like, you can spend your life in the dungeon. Better not directly announce that as your intention. Must be the smell of the dirty laundry. He does his best to flee, but unfortunately. Probably should have headed for the door instead. Oh well. Well, at least Hero's honest. But it seems that is a quality that actually Sweetheart appreciates. Well, this is unfortunate. I don't think we have time for this nonsense. Oh, she moves fast. You know, getting chosen by Sweetheart to be her suitor is a lot different, but is not that different from being rejected by her, it seems. It is quite the plot twist, I must say. Oh, Kel, don't be like that. Help your brother out. I'm sure this couldn't go wrong at all. I really have to wonder what that laugh sounds like in the recording. Just suck it up, Hero. We all have to do things we don't want to. He's just not that into you. You know, he raises a good point. What do you got to say to that, Sweetheart? It's not a business transaction, Hero. Looks like she's not the type to take rejection well. Who would have guessed? Well, there she is establishing her god complex. Alright, we can take these guys. We're more like his entourage than his fans, I suppose. Yeah, how many guards you... Whoa, that's quite a few, actually. Well, that could have gone better. Man, we're in a prison now. The aptly named The Dungeon. You know, that's a familiar sounding laugh coming from a Sprout Mole. Ah, it was Rosa. Should have known. My sentiments exactly, Kel. Do you think we're just gonna rot here? Yeah, that's a good question. Based on what we've seen of sprout moles so far, I'd guess... Yes, they have. How much you want to bet they left us with our weaponry? Well, as a matter of fact, they did. So, let's fight the Herald. This is an enemy, hits decently hard, has pretty high defenses, but otherwise nothing too notable about him. Might as well use Power Hit to bypass that defense. And, you know what? I'll make him angry, just to eke a little more experience out of him. I'll trip him, so the rest of our team goes before he does. Oh, it made him sad. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's the upgrade to Trip. It makes enemies sad now. Not a fan of that one, honestly. Luckily, it doesn't look like Herald's gonna do too much. So yeah, we'll just go all out on the offensive. Alright, not too bad. Shame that I accidentally made him sad. That kind of dropped the experience and clams we would have gotten out of that, but oh well. Some more toilet ramen. Always could use more of that. And we got a trapdoor here. Looks like we can't get past these spikes. There's more spikes this way, but there's also Mari. Remember, it is the dungeon. Yeah, I always say the. You know, it's like the Batman. My stutter always manifests at the worst time. Oh, Kel, come on. Pickles are good. Let's have some pickles. And there is actually something kind of unique about this healing point right here. Let's just tag Kel in. And if Kel is your lead party member, he will not take the pickles. So you gotta tag somebody else in if you want to use that healing point. As far as I'm aware, that's the only time something like this in the game happens. It's kind of a cute little detail. I mean, I personally would not have, and it looks like Hero is in agreement. No need to go all gaga all of a sudden, Hero. Clearly, she likes Hero for his dopiness. Well, I can think of one. Exactly. His silence can just be taken as a yes, I suppose. Alright, but let's continue on with our journey. Hey, it's Jash. Alright, let's see what you got. And here's where you can buy some tofu. If you want to get the 99 tofu for the achievement, this is a good spot to do it. Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to want to buy a few poetry books. This is another reason why you should not be shy about using life jams. Pretty much every store in the game has them, and they're only 300 clams, which, as you can see, even right now, that's not that big of an investment. So you should totally just go loose with them if you have a situation where you could use them. Definitely want some mango smoothies. Be handy. And buy some jacks so I have more reliable speed debuffs. Would rather not use Trip if I could avoid it. But what do we got here? This is a Marcia. This one isn't as defensive as Herald, but it does hit harder. This one's also happy. It's a good chance to use Mood Wrecker. Let's show that off. I was almost tempted to make it angry, but then I realized, wait, that would totally undercut using Mood Wrecker. Not too bad. Yeah, for the most part, I prefer using Headbutt because it's easier to set up, but Mood Wrecker can be quite good if you have an emotional advantage, as well as using it on a happy foe. So if Aubrey is sad, it does some pretty sizable damage, even in spite of the offensive debuff that Sadness hits you with. Hey, it's the contestants. Well, we're gonna do our best to try and get out of here. Huh, what's this guy doing here? Could you let us use that switch? No, he won't get out of the way. We gotta tag Kel back in, because we got something to throw at. Let's just hit that. Alright, making some headway already. Let's head down this way and see what we can see. I spot another thing that we can throw something at. Let's just whack this thing real quick. Alright. But, before we head that way, there's a couple side areas we want to explore. Let's just check this out here. More toilet ramen. Huh. Oh, nothing. Alrighty. See another key in there. Let's see if it's one that we can use. Alright, I actually had some level ups in that fight. Omori learned a new skill. He got Painful Truth. It deals some damage to the enemy, and it makes both the enemy and Omori sad. I actually used this quite a bit when I was really a big fan of Stab, and I wanted to set it up quickly, but I'm not a big fan of it anymore. It's not a great attack, and I don't really think Stab is that great either. It falls off really bad at this point in the game. One thing I forgot to show off last video is that Hero also learned a new skill. He got Homemade Jam. The reason I neglected to mention this skill is because it's bad. It's basically just the same thing as a Life Jam, except it's on the slowest character, which admittedly does have some uses. If you revive a character as the last thing in the turn, you don't have to worry about them getting killed. But Hero can just use a Life Jam to do that, and you can buy them at any store. Yeah, I really don't get it. I don't know if it heals any more than a regular Life Jam. Also, the I key was not a valid key. But it's just not worth it, so I never bother with it. Reminds me, there's a couple more things we can check out here. Nope, not Aubrey. Need to get Kel in. You can throw something at this heart right here. Now, this room we're about to go into actually does not really matter so much, but may as well check it out. Special hell? Well now, I can only guess who this room was for. Ah, that's cruel. Well, I can see Captain Spaceboy was in the doghouse, so to speak. Poor guy. Maybe he's better off without Sweetheart. Yeah, as I can see, she's kind of vandalized his painting there. Now, we've also got a secret entryway here. Okay, got some more skeletons. Looks like some of these guys still have some life left in them. Did you guys see something? Another one of these tentacles. Huh. Skeletons. Something about the fact that one of them has a bow just seems kind of odd to me. Maybe I'm just reading too deep into it. Some jam packets. Alright, let's see what's on the other side of this room. Right now the encounters aren't too difficult because there's always just one enemy, but eventually we'll be running into bigger groups. Alright, doing good on these battles here. And a life jam. Still getting plenty of those. Better heal up Aubrey real quick just in case we get into another fight. That should do. May as well use up the more junky healing items we have. Remember, don't be afraid to start using your juice a lot at this point, because we run into healing points pretty frequently, and you know, it's no good if we don't use our skills and just slog through all the battles. Alright. I'm gonna head back down. And finally get to that last switch we finally opened up. Let's see what this one does. Huh? Whoops. Well, he almost made it. And you know what? That's more than you can say about a lot of the other sprout moles in this area. Notice that spike pit was red. Wonder if that means anything special about it. Well, as a matter of fact, this one actually leads us to the exit. Don't worry about that one right up there. Oh, right. One thing I should show off. These jars we've been seeing around. Aubrey can actually smash these. You can occasionally get some tofu and some clams out of them. But that spike pit up there, we'll eventually open that up later. Don't worry about that one. We didn't miss anything. And just for completion's sake, let's push that switch. There we go. Might as well smash a few of these along the way. Nice. It's not great clams, though, so I typically ignore these, but what the heck, let's smash a couple. I don't think it's that easy, guys. Looks like we got a bit of a crowd at the door here. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to just walk out the front door. Uh-oh. These are some pretty big groups here. Come on, guys, think fast. What can we do? Ah, those sprout mole masks we got from King Crawler. Perfect disguise. Alright, but we've tricked them. Now, we can still get into fights in this area, but as long as we have the sprout mole masks on, the enemies won't aggro towards us on the field, so we can just kind of sit right by them. There are a couple enemies I want to add to the Fofax journal, though, so we will still be getting into a couple fights. We'll be keeping these masks on until we get out of here. Alright, well, let's explore the area a little bit. Typically I go left, but if my memory serves me, for the purposes of this video, I want to go right. If I can get in here. And this is where we want to be. Looks like the head chef mole is not doing so hot. Yeah, who'll bake the cake? This guy seems to have a high opinion of himself. He must have some serious skills. Oh, well, I guess we've been recruited. I think the head chef's memory is failing him. And these guys do not seem to have so much confidence in the other sous chef. Now, as soon as we go into the kitchen, we have to start his task, but we don't want to head there yet. We want to go here, and as you can see, Mari set up another picnic. So we'll use that, but before we do, just want to head around real quick. Let's see here. Aha! Just tag in Aubrey, hit this cage, and we've got another letter. This one's J. Does not look like it is a correct letter, though. And let's see. If I remember right, there should be. Maybe not. Well, anyway. Hey, Mari. Ow. Yes, they are rather strange. Maybe if you offered him some tofu, it would have worked. Well, let's recover here. And we'll save here and call it a video. When we come back, well, we've got quite a lot to do in Sweetheart's Castle, so we'll be busy next time, believe me. But until then, I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.